and this here may be tough to you. Snack cake to me, yeah, more hostess. This been overdue forever. Asked me when it was dropping, said never. Should've made you cut the feta, but I designed it Freemason Margiela.
What's good, Shellitronnn here, the most woke, no joking. I'm back again with a brand new video, and we are now on week 2 of our New Orleans Saints 2018-2019 full NFL schedule preview / prediction series. And week 2, 1 o'clock game, they have the Cleveland Browns. They host the Browns in New Orleans. And on first glance, you might be thinking, okay, easy game. This is going to be a 30-point game. Don't even worry about it. But I'm here to tell you, do not sleep on the Browns. Now, maybe not particularly this game, but the Browns can definitely make some moves this year. If you watched my videos before, you actually know that I think the Browns can win north of at least 5 games. I think 5 games will probably be about what they get this year. And I think it all depends on how soon and if at all they put in Baker Mayfield, because they have weapons this year. They have weapons all around, and there's no excuse for them not to win at least 4 or 5 games this year. But for the specific matchup with the Saints, I watched my video last time. I was talking about the Saints versus the Bucks. You know that I had the Saints winning by, I think, 18 points over the Bucks. And the Saints coming off a win at home to have another back-to-back game at home versus the Browns. Let's call it how it is, 2 bad teams back-to-back is a great way for the Saints to start off this season, get some confidence with the win in the division to start off the season, and coming up to the Browns. This should be an easy win for the Saints, but I will remind you guys that even though the Bucks or the Browns went 0-16 last year, 4 of the games they played were decided by less than a touchdown. Was it 4? I think it may have been even 6. The game 1 against the Steelers was 18-21. That was a 3-point game. The game versus the Colts was 28-31. 3-point game. The game versus the Jets in week 5 was a 3-point game. The game versus the Titans in week 7 was a 3-point game. The game versus the Packers in week 14 was a 6-point game. And then again with the Steelers in week 17, that was a 4-point game. So I would not sleep on these Browns. It looked to me like they could have won a few games, but they just didn't have enough talent or the good enough coaching to really pull out those games, those closer games near the end. And there's been people who've been asking me why I've been so down on the Steelers whenever I talk about the Steelers. Honestly, that's it. Week 1, I understand maybe you're not really into it. Week 17, you're still fighting a little bit, man. But if it's a close game versus the Browns and you're the Steelers with 3 of the best weapons on offense, you have no excuse. But this video isn't about the Steelers. This is about the Browns and the Saints. And look, I'll talk about the Saints first. You already know they have Drew Brees, Michael Thomas. They have Alvin Kamara. Obviously Mark Ingram's still out. He has a 4-game suspension for, PED use, I think it was. But either way, the Saints are they're really in position to run away with this game. If the Saints do not run away with this game, I think it's going to be less about the Saints not having talent and more about the Browns being a surprise team that you're going to have to really pay attention to. I mean, Cameron Jordan on defense is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Demario Davis, I don't know, man. I keep looking at him and I keep thinking to myself, I don't know. This power ranking of 3 really has me kind of messed up. I'm not 100% sure he's actually that great of a linebacker, but that power ranking of him being at number 3 for an outside linebacker for the same position, that's something we can talk about it. I'm not sold, but we cannot just forget about what the Browns have on their side. They may have Tyrod Taylor. If it was any other quarterback, these weapons would be like untouchable. Look, man. Look. So you tell me you have Carlos Hyde, Duke Johnson Jr., and Nick Chubb in your backfield, and you have Jarvis Landry and Josh Gordon out wide for you? Bruh. You telling me you have Josh Gordon, Jarvis Landry, Corey Coleman's I guess, and David Njoku, he's not terrible, but he's not great either. You tell me you have all those weapons around, and you have Tyrod Taylor. Now, I was one of the people who was like defending Tyrod last year, talking about, you know, Tyrod's not bad. He's not a bad quarterback. He's just scared. Tyrod's not bad. He's just scared to make an actual read. He's gonna check down before he goes down the field and makes a big boy play. Tyrod's just he's a scared quarterback. He doesn't want to. He's more worried about his numbers than he is about making a play and winning the game for you. He'd rather say I had solid numbers in this. He'd rather not lose the game than win the game. If that makes any sense to y'all. If this was Baker Mayfield starting this game, if the Browns start Baker Mayfield, I'm telling you right now, this game is a lot closer than you might expect, and I think that it'll probably be a 3-point game. Either way, I think if Baker Mayfield starts, I would not be surprised if this was a 3-point game on either side. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that Tyrod Taylor's starting the game and he's playing this game, so this is probably going to be a rout. I think, and that's the real thing, because I don't think Josh Gordon can prove just how good of an athlete he is with Tyrod Taylor throwing him the ball. But this is going to be a really good run game. That's another thing, though. With the run game being so good with Carlos Hyde, Duke Johnson Jr., and Nick Chubb, you would think the pass game is going to be opened up so well. But you have two big-time hitters. You have Jarvis Landry and Josh Gordon. Probably the best wideout and the best slot receiver in the league. For what? So Tyrod Taylor can check it down? So this is a weird game for me, because there's enough talent on the Browns they could win this game, but it's Tyrod at the helm, and I do not believe in Tyrod to be a franchise quarterback. But I'm also not 100% certain that I would want to throw my man Baker Mayfield into the fire and the flames week 2. So this is probably going to be a game that gets out of hand late. I think it's close early, gets out of hand late, and becomes probably, I'm thinking probably 27-17 Saints to put them at 2-0 on the season. And the Browns, I mean, I'm not doing their schedule, so I don't really know what the record's going to be. Probably 0-2, let's be real. But I think it's going to be a 2-0 start of the season for the Saints. What do y'all think, man? Stat predictions, score predictions. Do you believe in these Browns this year? I think they have enough talent this year to make some moves. But this is, I mean, let's be honest. This is a series about the NFC South. Let me know what you think about the Saints in this game. Score predictions, stat predictions. Let me know all that in the comments below, or my Twitter at Shellitronnn, same as the channel name, bro. And you already know to do that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Being told y'all I been the man. Being told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.